there's obviously a lot of businesses out there and a lot of ideas, as you said, and people coming forward with all sorts of things. What do you think the future holds regarding, what's changing? What would be the good businesses to get involved in? What's the future hold as far as, the next 2, 3, 4 years? As we know, it changes very quickly.
Yeah. Um, One can look at a study to really see what are the fastest growing sectors and then those which are in decline. From what we've seen so far, it's difficult to really pinpoint where is going to be a success because, for example, if you look at where I've come from, private wealth management, when I was working at Goldman Sachs, the fees that we were charging customers were a lot more than what they are able to charge now. So, in theory, private wealth management is an industry that you could say is in decline. However, what was the reason why that industry or the fees that were being charged are now a lot less? Because of online abilities, the ability for you to buy and sell shares over the internet at a much lower rate. So, what I like to say to people is if you are going with the trend, then still create a USP that allows you to grow faster. So, for example, digital media is very much a growing sector right now. But rather than just be like every other digital media business, what can you create? What genuine USP can you put together to stand out in the market? And the fastest way to get that USP is to, before you assume what you've got is great for clients, go out and speak to who your clients will be and get them to tell you what your USP is. But if you're in private wealth management and you're creating that new cost-effective online solution, then you have just as much chance of being successful in an industry in decline because you're the one creating the faster, more cost efficient model in something that traditionally and on paper is going down. But you would think that retail and fashion is suffering now, but we've got young people who have built a brand in clothing. They're selling t-shirts and jumpers. They're not taking out a £20,000 a year lease for a shop. They're spending £50 at Camden markets, Spitalfield markets, Portobello Road, and they're generating 300% margins on the t-shirts they're selling, and they're clearing £2,000 a week in as a result of doing so. So it's really difficult to say what sectors are going to keep going well, what are going to be in decline, because you will always have surprises, I think, in every sector. But come up with a USP, genuine to the market and what the market wants.